Most people think beliefs describe reality. They see beliefs as conclusions drawn from facts, experience, and evidence. Something formed after observing the world as it is. But psychologically, beliefs work in a quieter and more powerful direction. They do not simply describe reality. They organize it. Beliefs function as internal maps. They reduce complexity by telling us what to notice, what to ignore, and what to expect. Without them, the world would feel overwhelming. With them, reality becomes manageable. But the same structure that creates stability also creates limits. In this video, we will explore how beliefs quietly shape perception, behavior, and identity, often without being questioned, and why what feels realistic is not always what is possible. Beliefs are rarely formed through deliberate analysis. Most of them emerge gradually, shaped by repetition, emotional experience, and social reinforcement. Once established, they stop feeling like interpretations and begin to feel like facts. At that point, they no longer feel chosen. They feel obvious. Because beliefs feel obvious, they are rarely examined. They operate in the background, influencing perception before conscious thought has a chance to intervene. Two people can face the same situation and see entirely different realities, not because the situation changed, but because their beliefs filtered what was noticed. This is why beliefs are not passive. They are active organizers of experience. They shape what feels threatening, what feels safe, what feels achievable, and what feels out of reach. Over time, these patterns become stable, reinforcing the belief that the world is exactly as it appears. Beliefs do not operate alone. They anchor identity. What a person believes about the world quietly informs what they believe about themselves. If the world is perceived as hostile, identity adapts to be defensive. If the world is perceived as fixed, identity adapts to avoid risk. Identity becomes coherent with belief. Once beliefs and identity align, behavior follows naturally. Actions that fit belief feel reasonable. Actions that challenge belief feel unrealistic or irresponsible. This is not because alternatives are impossible, but because they conflict with the internal map that defines what makes sense. Over time, beliefs create invisible boundaries. Certain paths feel closed before they are explored. Certain outcomes feel unrealistic before they are tested. These limits do not announce themselves as constraints. They present themselves as realism. This is one of the most subtle aspects of belief. It rarely feels restrictive. It feels protective. It promises safety by narrowing possibility. In doing so, it stabilizes behavior and reduces uncertainty, but it also quietly defines the horizon of action. Beliefs are reinforced socially. Cultural norms, group expectations, and repeated narratives strengthen certain interpretations of reality. When beliefs are shared, they feel even more solid. Questioning them can feel isolating, not because they are true, but because they are familiar. Importantly, beliefs are not inherently false or harmful. They serve a function. They allow individuals to navigate complexity without constant analysis. The issue is not that beliefs exist, but that they often go unexamined. When beliefs remain unquestioned, they quietly make decisions on our behalf. Understanding this does not require rejecting beliefs. It requires recognizing their influence. Awareness does not remove belief, but it creates distance. And distance allows perception to widen. When beliefs are seen as interpretations rather than facts, behavior begins to loosen. Possibilities that once felt unrealistic begin to feel conceivable. Not certain, not guaranteed, but possible. And possibility is where agency begins to reappear. Throughout this video, we explored how beliefs do not simply describe reality, but actively shape how it is perceived, organized, and acted upon. Long before conscious choice, belief has already structured what feels reasonable. When beliefs remain unquestioned, they quietly define the limits of action. And once you understand that, the question is no longer what is possible, but which beliefs are deciding that for you. And once you understand that, the question is no longer what is possible, but which beliefs are deciding that for you.